The blizzard arrived without warning, turning the endless white land of Yakutia into a screaming wall of wind and ice, where the temperature fell to a terrifying -76 degrees Celsius, and even breathing felt like swallowing knives. In a small wooden hut standing alone against nature's fury lived a 93-year-old grandmother and her young granddaughter, bound not just by blood, but by survival itself. For generations, this land had taught them one truth: fear is natural, but surrender is a choice. When the storm howled through the night, the grandmother sensed danger before it came. Their sheep were still outside, and the puppies they had raised like family were vulnerable. In such cold, minutes could mean life or death. Wrapping herself in layers worn thin by decades of hardship, the grandmother stepped into the storm with a calm that only a lifetime of endurance could create. Her granddaughter followed, her small hand shaking, not from fear alone, but from the weight of responsibility suddenly placed on her young shoulders. The wind pushed them back with brutal force, snow cutting their faces like glass, yet they moved forward step by step, guided by instinct, memory, and love. The grandmother's voice rose above the storm, steady and strong, reminding her granddaughter that courage is not the absence of fear, but the decision to act despite it. When they reached the sheep, panic filled the frozen air as wolves circled nearby, their eyes glowing in the storm, drawn by hunger and weakness. In that moment, age and youth stood side by side against nature's harshest test. The grandmother raised her staff, her posture unbroken, while the granddaughter gathered the frightened pups, shielding them with her own body. The wolves hesitated, sensing something greater than strength, an unbreakable will forged by survival, sacrifice, and unity. Hours felt like a lifetime as they guided the sheep back, fighting exhaustion, frostbite, and despair. The storm showed no mercy, but neither did they give up. Every step was a lesson carved into ice. Life will test you beyond comfort, beyond logic, beyond what you believe you can endure. When they finally reached the safety of their home, collapsing together beside the fire, silence replaced the storm outside. In that quiet, the granddaughter understood a truth no book could ever teach her. Strength has no age, courage has no size, and survival belongs to those who refuse to quit. The grandmother smiled softly, her eyes reflecting both the firelight and a lifetime of storms survived. Knowing she had passed on more than survival skills, she had passed on a mindset. This was not just a story of extreme cold or wild wolves, but a reminder to the world that even in the harshest conditions, the human spirit can stand unshaken, protect what it loves, and rise stronger than fear itself.